Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you've already seen my first looks and initial thoughts on the new Honolulu J6CR, which stands for Core Reactor Paddle, then this video is just the next step. I've now had more court time. I will include real gameplay and a much clearer picture of what this paddle does well and where it really shines. So today, this is my initial thoughts, part 2, with gameplay, specs, and on-court impressions. So just to be clear, this is not a full long-term review. This is just after more reps, more matches, and more playtime with this paddle, and more confidence compared to those initial early impressions. Also, not everyone watches shorts, which is totally cool. So if this is your first time seeing this video, then welcome to my channel. You'll be getting the full picture here. Quick recap of my first impressions video. Early on, what stood out to me was the generous sweet spot and predictable power. Those initial impressions still hold true, but a few things have become clearer, especially once I started breaking it down by shot type. So let's hop on into on-court playability. So jumping into on-court performance, starting with the serves, the J6CR gives you plenty of control on placement, and it's not a serve cannon, but you can swing confidently and hit your shots without the ball sailing long. I found it easy to mix in depth and spin without feeling like I had to overpower the paddle. And honestly, I was able to get a lot of dip on the ball with this paddle due to the very gritty surface as well as the updated core tech. So looking at drives, drops, and overall spin, the phrase that resonates with me for this paddle is predictable power. You get enough power when you swing through the ball, but it doesn't feel jumpy or unpredictable like other paddles. Where this really stood out for me was the spin. The grit and the combination of the flexing core really aid in dwell time and make it easier to shape the ball and land those third shot drips and drops more consistently. I was able to generate a lot of top spin with this paddle, and I would confidently say it's among some of the best paddles I've used as far as spin goes. So going into dinking, at the kitchen, dinking was surprisingly good with this paddle. The face feels controlled, predictable, and stable, especially on softer exchanges. I never really felt like I was fighting with this paddle or overcorrecting, which is exactly what you want in a paddle for longer dink rallies. And finally, resets and volleys. Resets felt good. In transition, when you're under pressure, I like that you can stick your paddle out and let it do the work and reset the ball. I think this is a great upside to using power paddles, specifically ones like the J6CR that have a predictable power profile. At the net, volleys felt good due to pop, and you have confidence in fast hand battles due to the low static swing weight of these paddles. My unit came in at only 113.8, which is only a little bit more than my previous J2 paddles. Twist weight feels very good, and because these are coming in so light, you could definitely add more weight without making that swing weight uncomfortable. All right, guys, so let's take a quick look at the specs so you know exactly what you're getting with this paddle. The average weight of this paddle comes in between 8 to 8.2 ounces. My unit came in at 8.2 ounces. Depending on the unit that you get, the swing weight will range between 112 and 118. My unit was 113.8, so very light for an elongated paddle. The twist weight can range, according to Honolulu, from 6.2 to 6.8. However, most units that I have seen have been ranging from 6.2 to 6.5. My unit came in around 6.5. The layup on this paddle is the CFC layup that we've seen before in the NF line, which is the carbon fiber, fiberglass, carbon. So this gives you a good blend between power and pop. As previously noted, this is an elongated paddle, and the length of this paddle is 16.48 inches long by 7.52 inches wide. So that's something that's very unique about this paddle compared to other elongated paddles on the market, is that it actually is that full 7.5 inches wide. You're not getting shorted any by a tapering side or any extra width on the side, which I think is what makes this elongated paddle feel so forgiving. The grip length on this is 6 inches long, although that 6 inches is measured all the way to the taper. I actually taper the grip up all the way to it. And as you can see, I have no issue getting a two-handed backhand on here. So it is excellent for those who love to do a two-y. The grip circumference is 4 1/8, which is typical for almost every pickleball paddle. I will say for me, it's a little on the thin side, so I do like to use an overgrip. Inside, you've got that multi-density foam core, just like on other Honolulu paddles, although what's different about this core compared to other paddles such as the NF is that this core actually is split between two parts, an upper part surrounded by a notched foam, very similar to the NF, and a lower, smaller kind of hump right here of the EPP, which is separated by a foam channel and carbon fiber strips in between. This smaller foam piece down here, separated from the top piece, is what I believe Honolulu is calling their control joint technology. So that allows the core to pivot and flex, giving you a better angle of deflection. And then up here on the top core, there's actually slits cut through, two like this in the top. And those slits don't actually go all the way through the paddle. They go most of the way through, but there's still a solid foam piece between the two so that they're not connecting on either side. And what these channels do is that allows the face to flex on impact, giving you that more sensation of dwell time. So who is this paddle for? I think this paddle is for anyone who wants an elongated shape paddle without sacrificing the hand speed that normally comes along with using an elongated shape paddle. The reason that is because he's coming at a very low stock swing weight, which is excellent to see because this allows for users to add their own customization in the form of lead or tungsten edge tape on either side. I think you could easily put 3 or 4 grams on either side and have no issues with this paddle. However, I've found that I've been enjoying using it stock. Also, if you're someone that likes to rely on touch, placement, and resets instead of pure power, then this paddle is it, guys. I will mention for users that are wanting max power out the box, this is probably not going to be the paddle for you, as the boomstick and the loco will definitely have a little bit more juice, but I think this paddle is in the Goldilocks zone of power paddles right now, and I firmly believe it's a lot easier to control than both of those paddles. So looking at the different shape options, this new Core Reactor series from Honolulu will come in 3 shapes. They're elongated, which is their J6 shape, the J2, which is their hybrid shape, and then their J3, which is going to be their wide body shape. So guys, honestly, you can really pick your poison with these paddles. I've actually really been enjoying the J6 shape, but I've got a J2 on order. And if you want to pre-order any of these paddles, you can use code DWELLTIME, which will be linked in the description below, and that'll save you 20 bucks on any of the new Core Reactor paddles, making them only $175. I believe that's an excellent price point for the quality of paddle that you're getting. And with these new foam cores, they're going to be much more durable than the honeycomb polypropylene that you're used to with, say, the Yola Pro 4s, because these are not going to core crush. All right, guys, if you made it to the end of the video, thanks so much for watching. I just want to finish up here by announcing that I'm actually doing a giveaway right now. If you go to the link in the description below, you can apply. All the details are down there, but I'm giving away a Ronbus R2 Quanta in the all-new black shape. And all you have to do is like, subscribe, and fill out that Google form in the link below. And I'm going to be choosing a winner February 28th at end of day. We'll be following up via the email you put to confirm shipping information. All right, guys, with that being said, I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you in the next one.